LA is not necessarily a mountain bike destination, but it's a great place to ride. And the thing too that I love about Los Angeles is the diversity that you don't get in other bike towns in America.
You can feel the different cultures and the different personalities. LA is like all these different places, like it's all different feelings, and I think a bike is a perfect way to like experience this.
I became a pro skier maybe 2008, 2009 was probably the first year I broke through, and I was living in Reno, Nevada at that time. So crossing over and becoming a pro mountain biker, I took the same steps that I did as a skier. So, you know, I mean, I knew a lot of the same photographers and cinematographers, and they were all shooting biking in the summer. And since they knew me as a skier, I had to prove myself on the bike, but once I did, you know, guys like Steve Lloyd gave me a chance, and then Grant Gunderson, and then Bruno Long. All these names kind of crossed over, and they're like, oh yeah, Casey's biking. And so I got to just kind of start shooting and then, you know, filming video with those guys as well.
I got into mountain biking when I was probably like 8, 9. It was the beginning of mountain biking in France. I was one in the first mountain bike club in the south of France. And that's all I got, you know, into this. My dad was a racer and a cyclist before too, so you know, it's in the DNA of the family, I guess.
Introduction to biking would have been like, me and my brother were so young. We've been on bikes since I can even remember. 6 years old, digging dirt jumps in our backyard and like seeing what we could jump over. We'd like set up like barrels, or like we'd make like a double and then add another one and make it a triple, then add another one and make it a quad. Just stuff like that, like, and that goes all the way back to as long as I can remember we've been on bikes, mountain bikes or BMX or whatever.
I just got to a point maybe 3 years ago where I just started thinking, what's next? As an athlete, you have an expiration date. I just knew in myself, I don't want to be a pro athlete grinding, you know, when I'm like 50, 60 years old, trying to, you know, do something. I wanted to do something different, and I just thought, what would come next? I was wondering that. I sold a motorcycle to a guy who was one of the biggest stunt coordinators in Vancouver, but I couldn't work up there because, you know, I'm American, and I was just up there riding. And then that kind of set things in motion, and I thought, oh, maybe stunts would be the thing. And then, you know, I meet a couple more stuntmen, and everybody just said, you should take some acting classes. The next thing I knew, my 3 to 5 year plan of being in LA turned into like a 3 to 5 month plan. And I was packing up my stuff, and I moved to Los Angeles.
When I grew up in Oklahoma, when I was like up till 9, we kind of didn't have a lot. And so when we came out here, my mom started a company, and we like kind of finally got some money, and like this was her way of like making a better life for me and my brother. The first impressions of LA would have just been like, I don't know, it's like amazing. Like, you know, you see Hollywood and movies and stuff like that. Everything was just so cool and like bigger compared to where I grew up at.
When I realized there was mountain biking, I was like, okay, I found my place. Yeah, the weather is insane all year. You know, it's beautiful, and I don't know, you can ride all year here. It's like we have a little rain in the winter.
My deal for moving to LA is I knew that there were trails here, and I knew that there was a riding scene. Even if you have to go a little bit outside, there's trails for sure.
I didn't really discover that you could like get up into the mountains until I started riding gravel bikes, and that was like a whole new thing for me to explore because I was kind of burnt out on BMX. I was pro for like 10 years. I leave my house in the city and I can go like weave through traffic and like bunny hop up and down curbs and like get around, and then, you know, 30 minutes out and you can be in Angeles Forest.
If I don't ride bike, I don't feel happy. I need to have this in my life to motivate me, you know, to go to a daily grind. And that's the thing. It's not only riding. It's just like a mental, you know, relief.
It's really interesting too that we've all come to LA to essentially further our careers, and then in turn kind of got brought back to how much we love riding bikes and loving the riding here in Los Angeles. And it's really cool because that's kind of like the common bond that we've all found, and I would say we all didn't expect that, you know? I mean, I came here for acting, and in turn, I mean, I love riding my bike here.